Good day, everyone.
I was born and raised in Detroit. Growing up there, I saw people like me running things.
This is a courtroom, not a circus, so we're gonna calm down.
I'm sorry.
What I found there was a passion that I didn't know existed.
This is the bottom line.
I'm excited to free fall into the limitless possibilities with we the people. So many are fearful of the law. They think it's something that works against them.
I think you need to begin to accept responsibility for your mistakes.
We are the people.
Sally Thompson claims her beloved sculpture was broken by her neighbor who had too much to drink at her art show. Caroline Beck says she only finished one drink and has already repaired the sculpture.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lauren Lake presiding.
You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, Sean. Thank you. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
This is the case of Thompson versus Beck. Ms. Thompson, you are suing Ms. Beck for $475 for breaking your sculpture. Is that correct?
That is correct.
The defendant, Ms. Beck, says it was an accident and you actually tried to fix it.
I did. I repaired it and returned it.
Oh, all right. Well, let me hear what the issue is. Ms. Thompson, why are you suing Ms. Beck for $475?
Well, this is a very precious statue. It's one of a kind. It can't be replaced. I know the artist personally. I had a little art show at my house, which I do once in a while, and in my neighborhood. I thought I would give her an opportunity to attend.
How do you know Ms. Beck?
She's my next door neighbor, but she isn't actually very social. I know all my neighbors in my neighborhood. I've really never had the opportunity to spend any time with her.
So this was a good opportunity.
Exactly.
To invite her over while others were there. Mm-hmm. All right. How does it get broken?
Okay, to kind of paint a picture, I have a really large home, and it has a very large foyer. In fact, I do have a diagram showing my home entryway.
Like to see it.
Okay.
Be careful of that statue, Sean.
Yes.
You bringing me that
Please
evidence.
I don't want to get sued.
Okay, you don't want to be up here next week.
So as I was saying, unless you need a moment to review it.
I'm looking at it right now.
Very large foyer. It's almost as large as this room here. My kitchen is off to the left, and my living room off to the right. I had a bar centrally located between the two, and I had art pieces around the foyer.
Okay.
Okay. So the statue was placed, this statue here, on a pedestal that I purchased. It was a very expensive pedestal, very hardy, so that it wouldn't, it's not a flimsy, it was $800 itself. In fact, it was more valuable than this statue.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
Because this statue means a lot to me. I've personally known the artist since he was a child, and I wanted everyone else to be able to admire it, so I just kind of placed it centrally located there.
Wait, can you please approach the plasma and tell me where you have art and art, but was that just two tables of art, or was art going
art like hung on the wall? These are only there, the diagram, because they're placed on pedestals as well. So I had art on the wall, art on the wall, art on the wall, and then like the
statue is on the pedestal.
And the pedestal was even larger than the statue. So it wasn't just a tiny little.
Okay.
Okay.
And so how did it get broken? You can step back over to the podium.
Basically what happened is the party was actually going amazing. Everybody's enjoying themselves. They're going into the kitchen and having some hors d'oeuvres. They stop up at the bar. My neighbor here, that I don't know very well, she kind of hung out a lot right in front of the bar. So she was at the bar, I would say almost the entire night. And at some point during the evening, I just kind of felt like she was inebriated. And
how many drinks did you have, or did you drink it all, Ms. Beck?
I had one glass of wine, and That was it. I had just gotten a second glass. I hadn't even started it. One glass of wine.
Okay, so you had a glass of wine. You were hanging out at the bar. Why? It was kind of a central place, or you just felt more comfortable?
You know, as she pointed out, I'm not invited to a lot of events, so I was a little uncomfortable, and that was sort of the central place where people were gathering. And I was able to talk to a few people. Since I wasn't really a part of a group, I was just sort of talking to people as they came up.
Right, it's a stationary place where when
Exactly.
people come, they have a moment while they're waiting on their drink. Usually people
Exactly.
talk. That sounds normal. How does the statue get broken, Ms. Thompson?
Okay, so in my view of her just animated personality, that again I don't know very well, I noticed that she was flailing around a lot as she
She doesn't
spoke.
seem to flail too much right now.
Well, it is maybe because she's not inebriated or intoxicated.
Oh,
So a
okay.
different type of personality perhaps came out. And I asked her, I pulled her aside, not to embarrass her, because I know she doesn't know anyone. And I told her she needed to tone it down.
Coming up,
What is a flail?
Okay, like, I don't want to get too close to it and have it again, but it's sort of like, you know, just, I don't know.
That doesn't seem like her personality at all.
Well, again, you're not seeing her with too many drinks.
and later,
But once I did arrive there, I came to find out that she actually gave away the ticket that she said she was going to give to me to somebody else.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with a dispute between Sally Thompson and her neighbor Caroline Beck over a damaged sculpture.
You ask her to take it down a notch, and then what happens?
I want to say, like, within a few minutes, she made her way from the bar and just kind of flailed. It happened so fast.
What is a flail?
Okay, like, I don't want to get too close to it and have it again, but it's sort of like, you know, just, I don't know.
That doesn't seem like her personality at all.
Well, again, you're not seeing her with too many drinks. But she was very animated, and she was using her hands a lot. Like, sometimes I could do that. I'm doing it right now. My husband would go,
I was about to say, now you
yeah,
look,
but
you're
I'm not
flailing a little bit
flailer.
more than her.
Yeah, I'm not flailing around hitting
Right,
people's.
so what happens? She does that, and then what happens?
Okay, so I went everywhere, and I just was in shock. We tried to pick up
So
the
wait,
pieces.
she hit the statue.
Right, and it broke onto the ground.
It falls, it breaks, pieces are everywhere. What happens?
Well, I get on my hands and knees to try to pick up all the pieces and put them up on the table, and I just look at her like, I can't believe you did that.
And so, Ms. Beck, when you hit the statue, was it an accident, or was it because you were being irresponsible and flailing? What was going on?
At that point, I was walking with some people and looking at the art. And I was not flailing about, but I was talking to people, and I was trying maybe, you know, to get in with some people who I don't know very well. So I might have been a little animated, but I was not flailing. And there were other people in there, and I guess I just accidentally bumped it, and it did fall off, and it broke. I want to say that it did not break, as you can see, into too many pieces. It was just like a couple of like basically a large piece. But I was embarrassed, I was mortified. So I picked them up and I said, let me take them home and I'll repair them. And
Or you're going to send it somewhere?
I said I was going to. It's a couple pieces. So I did, in fact.
I would have never let her take it if that was the
Well,
case.
that's what I
The way that
said.
she represented it is just give me the opportunity to fix this and make it right.
And when she said, give me the opportunity to fix this, what did you say?
I said, I'll give you an opportunity,
Oh,
but I
well-
don't know how you're going to do that. I mean, again, I was in shock. I didn't think that it could be repaired, but I thought, well, maybe she'll contact the artist. She did meet him that night. Maybe they can work something out.
Did you contact the artist, Ms. Beck?
No, I did not.
Your choice was to take the pieces home and try to glue them back
Like
together
with
yourself?
super glue.
So you declined that offer, Ms. Thompson?
No.
You declined the offer
I
for her to
accepted
take it
her.
home.
She
I
accepted
accepted
it.
the offer for her to take it home because she said that she was going to have it fixed. So I assumed she meant professionally, not super glue.
So then what happened?
So she brought it back to me the next day super glued. And she thought that that was all right. I just looked at it, I go, no, this is not what we...
Ms. Beck, did you call any repair shops, places that specialize in repairing items like this to see how much it would cost to repair that?
No, I did not, but I did go to an art store and describe the material and picked up a special glue, not super glue, and I did glue it back together, and I think it looks pretty good.
I'd like to see it a little closer.
Okay,
Sean, can you bring me the statue carefully?
Very careful.
I would have never allowed it if I knew that she was going to take it and try to take super glue it together.
That is what I said, except not super glue.
It's a cute little statue.
Thank you. He's a great artist.
Be careful now. Oh, I can see the crack. And so the $475 you're suing her for is the value
That's
of
the value.
the sculpture.
Yeah, I'm not charging her or trying to, get back the...
You're charging her the amount to replace it.
Exactly.
All right. I will say, for a person that doesn't fix art or, repair sculptures, you didn't do a terrible job with this super glue, but I do believe that a person who specializes in repairing these types of items could make, kind of the line and these definitive marks disappear as best they can. I do think under the circumstances, Ms. Beck, after you hit the item, you did immediately express regret and offer to fix it because you knocked it over. On the other hand, Ms. Thompson, I must say, if this is a prized possession of yours, I am not sure why it was on a pedestal in the middle of the floor at a party that easily could have been knocked off. So for that reason, I do not believe you're entitled to collect the full value of the statue. Okay. But I do believe that from this point where Ms. Beck has gotten it, you will be able to take it to someone to be able to kind of tighten up these crevices and make it look cleaner. Therefore, judgment for the plaintiff for $250.
Thank you.
Court is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $250.
Well, I'm not happy that it's broken, but I am glad that this is resolved.
I apologize again, but we didn't have to be so dramatic.
Me dramatic? Yes. Maybe you should listen to yourself.
Let me lead you out, please.
Coming up.
What happens that you decide to give the ticket away?
When I got to San Diego, he wasn't responding. He did not respond to my call. I texted him twice asking him where he was. He was supposed to meet us at the hotel and he did not.
You're watching We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. Jesse Carter claims he agreed to go to a concert with the defendant, but when he arrived, he found out she gave his ticket away. Fiona Bellinger says she thought he ghosted her, so she felt he could buy his own ticket.
Good day, everyone. Good day. This is the case of Carter versus Bellinger. Mr. Carter, you are suing Ms. Bellinger for $1,017.50. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
These are expenses from a concert ticket. And the defendant, Ms. Bellinger, says you're not responsible for anything. All right, I want to know what happened. Start from the beginning, Ms. Carter. It was a concert?
Correct.
What kind of concert?
This was for a Pitbull concert down in San Diego.
All right.
We had originally made an agreement to go to this concert together, me, her, and her roommate, Haley. She had texted me asking if I would like a ticket. She had a spare ticket, and I agreed to that. And she was aware that I was going to be buying train tickets for my transport down to San Diego. I also bought a room for a hotel for myself, and I also took the day off of work because it was a Friday. And my train was a bit delayed, but once I did arrive there, I came to find out that she actually gave away the ticket that she said she was going to give to me to somebody else. And so I had to buy a resale ticket for $510.
What happens that you decide to give the ticket away?
When I got to San Diego, he wasn't responding. He did not respond to my call. I texted him twice asking him where he was. He was supposed to meet us at the hotel and he did not. So at the end of the night, Haley had told me, you know, she was gonna buy a resale ticket, but I said, he has ghosted me, so why don't you just take the ticket and let's go in. If he responds to me, then we can tell him, you know, we're already in, where are you? And he can buy his own ticket at that point. And that is what happened.
Coming up,
But until the ticket is received, right, the person giving the gift can always change their mind.
you're watching We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Jesse Carter, who brought Fiona Bellinger to court over a concert ticket.
And so, Mr. Carter, while you're going through these delays on the train, you say you took the train.
Yes, I took the Amtrak.
You couldn't text Ms. Bellinger,
The place we were,
call?
right, the place that we had delayed at, we actually made a stop halfway down to San Diego, and I was not having any phone connection during that time. And by the time that it did reconnect, I was able to actually see her text, and I actually texted back letting her know.
Did you bring those text
I did,
messages?
yeah.
Let me see those, please.
Thank you.
All right, so here's the invitation. So I see now from this text message exchange, Ms. Bellinger, you're saying, Jesse, where are you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, seriously, a response would be nice about right now.
Yes, that was when we were in the hotel waiting for him.
Then he did say the train's running late. So this is the deal. Did this text conversation create a legally binding agreement between the both of you? Even if it did not, it was just you all talking on text. You want the ticket? Yeah. Now, technically, that could be a gift, right? That could be just like, I'm gonna gift you this ticket, right? But until the ticket is received, right, the person giving the gift can always change their mind. Here's the twist. If Mr. Carter missed the whole concert because he didn't have a ticket and he didn't have any money to get in, he would have suffered significant damages because you gave away the ticket that he relied on himself having. But you went and bought a ticket.
Correct.
So therefore, you almost remedied the problem by buying yourself a ticket.
Judge Lake's verdict when We the People returns. You're watching We the People with Judge Lauren Lake.
So it's the determination of this court is that your damages really are not your train ticket because you saw the concert.
Correct.
The damages are really that you should have had the free ticket because you did let her know you were running behind as soon as you possibly could. Unfortunately, she had already given the ticket away,
Correct.
but she knew that it was your intention to come. For this reason, I believe you owe Mr. Carter the value of the ticket. The train was not his fault. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Judgment for the plaintiff for $510. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $510.
Hope it was worth it.
Oh, it was.
Follow me this way. To your left. Thank you.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.